Hello, family. This is your friend Kenisha, and I am happy to be back with you again for another episode of Leadership Lessons, and this is episode number 6. And we are just talking about some practical tips that we can do as leaders to increase our effectiveness. And we're coming from this book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell. And again, these are very practical, but sometimes the things that are practical, we forget to do them. So our thought is leaders are magnetic. That's right. You, leader, you are magnetic. So let's see. On page 104, it says this: believe it or not, who you attract is not determined by what you want. It's determined by who you are. Leaders help to shape the culture of their organization based on who they are and what they do. So think about that. Who are you as a leader? What do you do as a leader? And then our final thought on page 105, it says the people who are drawn to you probably have more similarities than differences, especially in a few key areas. So as we're thinking about leaders are magnetic, we're going to be using A's today. So our first one, what is the law of magnetism when it comes to leaders? It's their attitude. Why? Because attitude is contagious. Positive attitude, people love it. They want to be around you. You brighten their day. But when your attitude is sour, as a leader, it dampens the entire office, building, day. Because the people will follow your attitude. So leaders, even when we're not feeling up to it, attitude is a choice. So choose to be positive, because that is what the people who serve with you, that's what they duplicate. Not what you want, but who you are. Okay, the next one is leaders are magnetic. How? In their attributes and their background. If you typically think about leaders, you're typically, and it's just a part of being human, you're typically drawn to those with the same background as yourself, whether it be race, gender, any type of thing that reminds you of you. If you like to drive certain cars, then you typically flock around people with those cars. If you speak a certain way, you typically hang out with people that speak that way. But as leaders, if we know that there's a law of magnetism when it comes to attributes, we have to be purposeful about this little word called diversity. Because we typically attract people who are like ourselves. As leaders, we have to be purposeful and intentional to bring diverse people around us. It doesn't just happen automatically. Because automatically, people who are like you, look like you, talk like you, dress like you, they typically are drawn to you. And you're drawn to them. So leaders, we have to be fair and equitable. So we have to know this fact and point and be intentional about diversity. And then our last little point about leaders are magnetic. I think about ability. And when you think of ability, giftedness and talent. So you may say, nobody on my team is creative. Nobody on my team has a gift. Leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. That's by one of my mentors, Dr. John Maxwell. So if nobody on your team is gifted, in your eyes are talented, the question is, are they reflecting you, leader? Your team will never grow above you. And if they do, they're probably going to leave you. It's just a fact. So let's make sure that we're purposeful about who we are. Remember, leaders are learners. Leaders are disciplined. And leaders are magnetic. So let's go out there and draw in who we are but make sure that who we are is what we want to draw in. Have a wonderful, blessed day. This is your friend Kenesha.